Hey guys, Matt here. So I know I said I was going to do the Gevo earnings tomorrow, but I just listened to both the remarks and the Q&A, and honestly, there's no need to wait till tomorrow. Like, nothing came out of that earnings that we didn't already know. Let's start with some of the highlights. This is the highlights. And as far as the Q&A, correct me if I'm wrong, but there was only one person asking questions, and he asked like 3 questions. It wasn't anything exciting at all. They talked about the different airlines that signed on for SAF, and which is, it's fantastic news. Like, nothing changed as far as my long-term Gevo outlook. Everything's fine with that. But as far as the short term, like I felt that investors, and I know I was looking for a little bit more information as to the RNG plant. Like, um we know that they talked about that they're producing biogas, and they're being funneled into the pipeline now. But it would have been nice to get some more information as to like when the actual revenue is going to start hitting. I feel like they should know that by now. And, there's some sort of guidance for the year. Because I think right now, analysts, of which there are only 3, are just guessing at how much Gevo was supposed to make this quarter. Analysts had average 400K revenue. And if you look on the Yahoo portion, they had 386K, which, given what I heard from the earnings, I don't understand how they thought that Gevo was going to make that. Like, their sources of revenue are nil. Basically, they came in at 89,000. That's their revenue. And if we scroll up here, they talk about all their revenue as of right now coming out of their Laverna facility that they operate on an as-needed basis. So I don't understand where analysts got this number from, and I don't understand where analysts got this number from or that number from. Like, when I looked at this last week, I thought that maybe analysts knew something I didn't, but apparently I was wrong. Now, this is all conspiracy theory. I think they're making this up so that Gevo can miss it, so that the stock can drop. Now, that's all tinfoil hatty, but it's what keeps happening, right? Their balance sheet is looking pretty good. Assets are going up, liabilities are going down, so that's all good. That's all really good to see. And other than that, that was it. At least as far as the meaningful stuff. Like, they didn't even release their fancy PDF that they always do. And like I said, there was only one guy asking questions. So yeah, it was a big old nothing burger. Now, I'm not saying that's a bad thing from a long-term perspective. Like I said, Gevo is still looking really, really good. Nothing to detract me from that. There weren't any delays. It was perfectly fine. It just felt like they did this earnings because they had to get to the earnings. So as far as what I'm doing with my shares, I said in the last Gevo video that if these earnings were really good and the stock dropped, I would probably buy some more shares. Now, the stock is dropping after hours, but I'm not going to do anything with my stock. But as far as buying or selling or anything like that. But anyways, take care, have a great day, and eat your vegetables.